Hello everyone. Mic test 1 2 3. Mic test 1 2 3. I'm waiting for the stream to come on my monitoring device so that I can see if the audio is okay or not. Yeah, the audio seems to be okay, but in case if you can't hear me or if the audio is not good, please let me know in the chat. I will take a look. But yeah, the audio seems to be okay. So far, whoever is joined, welcome to yet another live Q&A. As usual, I will take the. I still can't figure out what do I call that question, main question or the topic of discussion, but I can't say it as topic of discussion is because we usually discuss quite a lot of different things and we don't only revolve around the main question. So I will just call it a main question, let's say. Let's leave it there. So yeah, first I will answer that question and then I will take a look in the chat, and if we'll have any questions, I will start picking those questions and I will answer them one by one. So the question for today is, I've got this question quite a lot on LinkedIn asking, well, it's a two-part question. So the first part is, how do I choose my dissertation project? So there are three different ways you can choose your dissertation project. The first one is pick a project from the list that university provides. The second one is you can propose your own project. So if you are interested in working on a particular project, you can propose that project, and if the project is complex enough but not too complex, the university will approve and you can work on that project. The next way is to get an internship, and if you are already working in an internship, you can bring that project. If the company where you are doing that internship agrees, you can bring that project as part of your dissertation. I chose the third option. I was doing an internship and I brought that project into my dissertation. Now the next part, now the next part of this question is, what kind of support you can get from your supervisors. So there are different type of supervisors and it totally depends on your supervisors. Some of these supervisors are very much involved, so they will help you at every stage in your dissertation, but then there are supervisors who will just leave things to you and you are free to explore and carry out the whole project as you see fit. So it totally depends, but if you get a supervisor who is willing to help you, they can even provide you some resources where you can read and do some research. But then if you get a supervisor where they are not really that much involved, they will only be there to maybe support you when it comes to brainstorming ideas and just some general discussion and give you a general direction in which you need to go, and will provide you some basic information like what should be the structure of the dissertation report, what all things you need to do, and they will keep you informed about the deadlines and so on and so forth. So they will provide you support in those kind of things only. So there you have it. I hope I was able to answer that question and you got some general idea about the dissertation project, because it could be a little confusing when you come from a different country where the methodology is very different. So yeah, it can be a little daunting, but in general it will be fine. And if you're not able to get support from your supervisors, there are a lot of PhD students. They are always there to support you. I can see we have a couple of people here, but I can't see any questions in the chat. So yeah, I will wait for some time, and if there are any questions, I will pick them one by one. By the way, just to let you guys know, I have been inviting some of the people who have done their masters in the UK in one or the other university to share their experience, and I have posted first part of one of those videos, and I will be doing one more tomorrow. So yeah, if you are someone who is doing your masters in the UK, or if you have completed your masters and if you would like to share your experience, you can always reach out to me, and then we can discuss about things how you would like to. If there are different ways you can do that, one is by filling up the form, because if you don't want to come onto the camera, because I have reached out to quite a lot of people in the past, but most often than not they're camera shy, so they don't want to come on camera, but they are very much happy to answer the questions. So for that, I have created a form, so that if you don't want to come on camera, that's perfectly fine, but then you can fill that form. That way I will get some information about the university, and if someone wants information about that particular university, I can provide them. That way it will help them quite a lot, and then you will also get an opportunity to maybe share your experience. And when you fill that form, there are a lot of different type of questions, and if you feel like you want to share that advice or the feedback to your university, you can send that to your university as well. That way university will definitely value your suggestion quite a lot, and they will be able to improve the course or any kind of support that they are providing. So it's going to be beneficial for you as well, and it will help you to build a good relationship with your university, and it will also help the future students who would like to maybe join your university or some other university, but for data science or related courses. So I think it's a win-win for everyone. So if you're someone who likes to help, and if you would like to share your experience, do reach out to me. We can schedule something and discuss about your experience. Chat is very quiet today. We don't seem to have any questions, but I will still wait for a couple of more minutes, and if we don't get any questions, then I will call it a day, and I will see you guys next Saturday. But in next minute or so, if we get any questions, I will be more than happy to take those questions. I'm trying to create a poll. I remember creating a poll a while back, but I have completely forgotten that this option is there. So I will create one poll. If you want to answer that, that would be great. And in last Q&A, when I talked about the influencer thing, and where people are trying to collaborate with some of the courses, data science courses in India, without having good knowledge of data science themselves. I did get a couple of messages on LinkedIn asking about which course should I join, should I take XYZ course. So I would just like to give you a general idea about what to look for in a course um, if you're looking for a course to take and if you're willing to pay. So first thing is you don't really need to pay anything because most of the things are available for free on YouTube and other platforms. But if you have some money and if you want to spend, then I think it depends on at what stage you are in your data science journey. So if you are someone who is just getting started and don't have a lot of knowledge about data science and you don't exactly know which domain you would like to get in, I think the best starting point would be to take Udemy courses because Udemy courses are very cheap. In India, you'll be able to get a course for 500 Indian rupees and sometimes even less. So if you take that course, you will be able to understand what data science exactly is, what you are expected to work on when you get into data science related roles. That way you will be able to make your mind whether data science is for you or not. So that is going to be the starting point. And the good thing about Udemy courses is that they have lifetime accessibility, so you can access the course content lifetime once you buy it. So you don't need to worry too much about the validity of the course and the course material being removed. So you don't need to worry about those things. You can take your time, you can pace your learning according to you. If you're someone who would like to finish those things in a month or two, you will be able to do that. But if you're someone who is struggling to understand the concepts, you can take time, you can watch some of those videos multiple times, and you don't need to worry about the materials being not available to you anymore. So the starting point should be Udemy. That's what I believe in. And while it will not give you in-depth knowledge about the concepts that are being taught in that course, it will at least give you a very good foundation and understanding about what data science is. So I think that would be the good starting point. Once you have gained some knowledge about data science, you worked on some questions or some problem statements, that way you will have some confidence that yes, I have started working on some of the things and I really enjoy working on these kind of projects. In that case, I think you can maybe think about taking it more seriously. So there are different options. You could take a course and you can maybe follow that course and then get into data science. But if you want to do it more professionally, if you want to have a degree, then you can either get into a master's program if you've already done bachelor's. If you have not done bachelor's, then you can get into a bachelor's program which is centered around data science and AI, and then you can take things further. So yeah, that's what you can do. And things that a course should cover is going to be programming, maths and stats, and then machine learning, deep learning. And now I think if a course covers Gen AI sort of things, that is going to be plus. But if a course covers still deep learning, I think you are good to go. I am Isaac. I randomly came across your channel. I am currently studying MSc Data Science at University of Salford. I don't have any background in data or tech, and I would really love to connect with you, and I would really love to connect with you and want you to mentor me, please. I am a Nigerian, arrived in the UK this January. Hi Isaac. First of all, congratulations on starting your master's course. And yeah, sure. Do reach out to me on LinkedIn. You should be able to find my LinkedIn LinkedIn profile link in the description. So yeah, feel free to reach out to me on LinkedIn and if you have any questions or if you want any kind of guidance, to let me know uh, what kind of help or support you need from me. And I also have quite a lot of videos on data science and general advice on data science, so, and also about masters in data science from Newcastle University. Generally the universities follow similar kind of pattern, so whatever advice, well, not advice but experience that I shared for Newcastle University, it might be helpful for your university as well. So do check out those playlists on my channel, that would be helpful. And like I said, you can reach out to me on LinkedIn if you have any questions, and I would also suggest maybe joining Discord and Telegram as well, because we have quite a lot of users there, and some of them are already in data science and some of them are making the transition to get into data science. So yeah, do join that community as well. It is going to be very helpful, because if you post a question on, let's say, LinkedIn, personally to me, I may take some time to go through the questions because I have like so many questions. So when I go through the questions one by one, it takes some time. So you might have to wait. And what if your question is urgent? So if you post that question in any of those community, it could be Telegram or Discord, if I see that question, I will answer your question. But if I don't, there are lots and lots of other members in those community, so at least some of them will be able to answer your question. So at least you will have answer very quickly and you will not wait. And as and when I see, I will, if I want to add some points, I can add some points to those things. I tend to reply to a lot of those queries in group, because what happens is, if I answer to one question, and if other people have similar kind of questions, it will answer their questions as well. But on LinkedIn, if I answer your question, it will only answer your question and it will not help other people. Having said that, it's not like I won't answer your questions on LinkedIn. I will try to answer there as well. But my first priority is usually the comment section on YouTube. Then comes Telegram and Discord. And then I take a look at the LinkedIn. So yes, feel free to connect me whichever platform you feel comfortable. And I'll see how I can help you. I don't know if I'm not able to see questions or what. Is there any issues? If you have joined this live Q&A and if you're able to hear me, I don't know, maybe type something. I don't know, because I could see some viewers, but I don't see any messages in the chat. So don't know if it is an issue at my end or what. I could see only 2 messages from Isaac, so I answered those questions, but apart from that, I don't see anything in the chat. I will reach out on LinkedIn. I will watch all your videos and join the Discord, Telegram channel. Yeah, good to know, Isaac. I will look forward to your message, and yeah, I will try to help you as much as I can. Yeah, seems like the chat is working fine. I think we just don't have any questions, so yeah, but if you don't have any questions, that's fine. No problem at all. Maybe if you could just participate in the poll, that would be helpful. Just trying to understand the distribution of the viewer. So we could see if you are a student or a working professional, or your occupation is completely different. It would be helpful. I will wait for a couple of more minutes, and if we don't get any more questions, I will probably we do have something in the chat, I think. Hi Utkarsh. I am currently pursuing Masters in Data Science from Queen Mary University. I am a fresher. I completed my undergrad last year, and in September 24 I came here. Okay, that's great. So by now you might have finished your first semester already. I am eager to gain experience in data science and analytics field and would like an internship that will help me grow and develop in this area. Could you share how to secure your internship? How you secure your internship, right? Sure. So I used to attend some of the meetups. So the way I got my internship, I will talk about that. So I used to attend some of the meetups that were organized by, I think it was Jumping River. It's one of the consultancies within data industry. So they used to do these meetups, and I used to go and join those meetups because people used to give talks about the projects they are working on and share knowledge. So it was a good platform where I could learn about a lot of different use cases. So there one day, director of I think NICA, National Innovation Center of Aging, I think, yeah, if that was the full form. Yeah, so National Innovation Center of Aging. So the director from NICA came, and he talked about the projects he's currently working on, and he did mention that if you find this thing interesting, do reach out to me. He left his card. So I took that card, and I didn't know at that point that there's going to be internship or not, but I really liked the project that he and his team was working on. So I reached out, and I told him that I really like the work that you are doing. Do you see any opportunity, or do you have any uh, collaboration projects that you might be working on? So at that time he wasn't really sure, but after a couple of days he did reach out, and he was like, yeah, we are trying to work on so and so project, so do you think you will like this project? So I was like, yeah, it sounds pretty interesting. And the next thing I knew was I had an internship, and I started working on that project. And then eventually I was able to bring that project as a dissertation as well. So I think it was a good thing to do at that time. So I got my internship from Meetup. I would also like to mention few other things, like how some of my friends got internships. So lot of the companies, they do some collaboration projects with university, and university, all the universities have their career service and career portal, where they post these job openings and the projects that they are currently working on with these industrial companies. So if you find some project which is interesting, you can always apply using your university portal. And if that job posting is there on your university's portal, a lot of the people who will apply to those roles will get preference over other people who apply from LinkedIn, because companies are trying to build relationship with university, and university is trying to build relationship with companies so that they can bring more and more companies. So yeah, so apply to those roles as well. So a couple of my friends got internship that way as well. Apart from that, there are some usual stuff like applying on LinkedIn and other websites. So those things also work, but I think they are slightly less effective. I have applied for multiple internships from Glassdoor and LinkedIn, but I'm getting rejected. Yeah, because on those platforms, the competition is quite high. A lot of people apply for internships on those platforms. So it could be difficult to get internship that way. That's why I would suggest maybe join some meetups if there are any meetups happening in your university or close to where you are staying. Attending these physical meetups are very helpful. You not only learn about a lot of different type of use cases and people who are working on those kind of projects, but you will also be able to talk to people and you will be able to build some relationship, and that way eventually you should be able to get something. So I would suggest joining meetups is going to be very beneficial if you are trying to find an internship. That way you can even maybe find some job as well. So those are some of the things that you need to do. Other things are like if there are any challenges, hackathons, or yeah, I mean, hackathon and challenges are probably the most um, interesting ones when you are in university, because a lot of these universities do conduct those challenges as well. And if you go there and if you perform well, you might be spotted by some company there, because in our university, Newcastle University, there were multiple companies. One of them was HCL, I think, and HP as well. So those companies came and they were showcasing different kind of projects they are working on, and even they had a couple of positions for internship. But at that time I already had internship, so I did not apply for the other one, but I'm sure some other people would have applied and they would have got. So do attend those seminars, challenges, and hackathons. There also you should be able to find something. I selected my master's project in collaboration with PhD final year student. Will it help? Yes, because if it's a final year project, well, it's a if it's a PhD project, then I'm sure it might be some really research intensive project, and some of the output from that project can definitely help some of the corporate. So yes, it can help. Um, Try to have good relationship with the PhD student along with whom you are working on this project. So yeah, have a good relationship with him or her, and also try to maybe make good connection with your professors, because sometimes they can also provide you um some opportunities if they think that you're really interested and you are doing quite good in certain areas. So those things can definitely help. Should I opt for graduate level internships slash jobs? As you mentioned, you are a fresher and you don't have a lot of experience. So yes, starting with these graduate level jobs or entry level jobs and internships will have more options, I think, for you, and I think it will be more suitable as well, because if you apply for a job which requires multiple years of experience, you may not be the preferred candidate for that. Having said that, I would suggest don't restrict yourself and only apply to graduate level and entry level jobs. If you find the if you find that the skills they have mentioned in the job description and you have those skills, do apply for those jobs as well. So because sometimes what happens is, I'll tell you one other example. So when I was applying for jobs, I had applied for a job which required like what, 10 years of experience, simply because, and I didn't have 10 years of experience at that time. I had like what, 2 to 3 years of experience. So yeah, I applied for that role, and I didn't know that they had another role which was more suitable for me. So what they did was they moved my application from that role to another role which was more suitable for me, and then they were like, we saw your profile, we really liked it, you applied for this role, but we think this role is more suitable for you, so would you like to be interviewed for this specific role? So I saw the job description, I was like, yeah, this also is perfectly fine, and they interviewed me, and then I had an offer for that role. So I would suggest don't restrict yourself, apply to uh, any kind of job opening which you see, as long as you think that you have the skills, and you will be able to answer the questions in the interview. So yeah, that's what I would suggest. Right, I don't know if we have more questions. Yeah, I can see one more question in the chat. Hi Roshan, we had a session in last year. I'm doing MSc in computer science in Australia. Well, the question is deleted. I will wait for a minute or two if you want to post your question again. Is Python language based data science analytics jobs and internship difficult to get? Should I start learning SQL and Power BI as well? I lack in statistics a lot. So when it comes to number of jobs, Python has more number of jobs as compared to SQL and Power BI alone. Having said that, it would be more beneficial if you know all of those three: Python, SQL, and Power BI, because if you want to be a data scientist or data analyst, you will be using these tools on daily basis, and it will be expected of you to know these things. So I would say if you already know Python, it's better to pick up SQL and Power BI as well. And as you mentioned, statistics is not your strongest. You probably need to work on that as well. I have a playlist on my channel about statistics for data science. There I have also shown you examples how you can implement those things using Python. So you're not only learning the theoretical aspect of statistics, you will also be implementing those things. So do check out that playlist. It will help you a lot, and hopefully it will be able to clear some of your doubts in statistics, and you'll be able to understand those concepts much more easily. Doing MSc in CS in USA, but unfortunately not gonna complete it. I completed thinking to do MS in data science in Australia. How to prepare for it and what to expect. Sorry for the late miss typo. No problem. That's all right. So you're currently pursuing masters in masters in computer science in US, and you want to do masters in data science in Australia, right? So I think when you are doing your computer science degree, it's more of a generic one, where I think they will teach not teach, but your assessments and projects are going to be around C, C++, and same things like operating system, networking, and those kind of things. But when you take a course which is specifically designed around data science, things are going to be very different. Here the important things are going to be probably Python programming, because a lot of the universities do cover those content in R as well. But if you know either of the programming language, you will be fine. So Python programming is going to be very important. When you are doing your masters in computer science, maybe maths and stats are not going to be that important. But when you go for data science course, there you will need to know maths and stats as well. So that is going to be an important aspect, and you need to be ready to take those things. If you are not comfortable with maths and stats, then you need to prepare yourself to learn more about it. As I mentioned just now, I have a statistics playlist on my channel, so do check that out. For maths concept, 3 blue 1 brown is a very good channel, and there you should be able to learn quite a lot of concepts like linear algebra, calculus, things like that. After that, it's going to be machine learning and deep learning. But if you cover Python programming and maths and stats, I think you'll be in a very good position to pick up those things easily. So yeah, that's what I would suggest. Maybe brush up your Python programming and maths and stats. That was about data science in general, but I don't exactly know the course content of Australian universities, and obviously I don't know about job markets because I have not dig deeper into that market. But if you need more information on that, I could maybe talk to some of the people that I know in Australia and provide you some information. So do let me know. I could maybe do it in next Q&A. Do you recommend submitting a cover letter even if it's not required for the job? Making a cover letter for a specific company can be time consuming, so would it be okay if I choose not to upload one? It's perfectly fine if you don't upload a cover letter, and if a company is not asking for cover letter, you should not submit a cover letter. So that's what I think, and I had created a generic cover letter. So if someone, or if a company was asking for a cover letter, I just used to upload that by changing the name of the company, that's all, and probably the job title. So just those two things, and it was fine. So if a company is asking for cover letter, it could be important, so you should upload it only if it's a mandatory field. But if they're not asking, it's perfectly fine. You don't need to submit a cover letter. Sometimes there is a section for a cover letter, but it's not mandatory, so it's okay, right? If it's not mandatory, yeah, it's perfectly fine. Currently in the job market, it's more important to apply for as many jobs as you can rather than customizing your CV for that one job, because there are so many jobs which are kind of fake. So they're called as ghost jobs. So if you go on to Google and search for ghost jobs, you will see tons and tons of articles saying why companies post these ghost jobs. So if you customize your CV, you spend like an hour to customize your CV and your cover letter, and you apply for that job, and at the end of the day, if the job is a ghost job, then what was the point of spending that much time? So it's better to have a good overall CV, good profile with your GitHub, LinkedIn, and portfolio, and use that to apply for as many jobs as you can. So that way you will be able to at least get some calls from genuine job postings. So that's what I suggest. But I know on YouTube, if you go and search for videos, or if you go on internet and search for an article, should you customize your CV for each and every job, you will always get answer as yes. But it's just sounds very good to hear, and a lot of people want to say that you need to spend some time to apply for job and those kind of things. It just doesn't make any sense to me because it did not work for me. So I just created a generic overall very good CV and my profile, and then I applied to as many jobs as I could, and then I was able to get an interview call and also offer within like 1.5 to 2 months, something like that. So yeah, that's what I would suggest. But again, at the end of the day, whatever seems logical to you, please do that. Right, I don't see any other questions in the chat. If you don't have any more questions, I can maybe get back to video editing. So I will be posting the second part of the student experience. So Daniel, he came onto the channel last week and he shared his experience about MSc AI from Aston University. So if you are someone who would like to share your experience, do reach out to me. If you want to share your experience of your master's course or even bachelor's course, I can schedule something and then we can talk about it. So yeah, I need to work on that video. I will edit it and I will upload the second part. So hopefully it will go live by Tuesday next week. So yeah, have a great weekend everyone, and happy learning. Bye bye.